Despite no snow, the coldest game at Ericsson Stadium, and the wind chill 13 degrees as we welcome Pam Oliver down on the field with Marshall Faulk.
Okay, thanks, Dick. And Marshall, today begins with essentially a 4-game season for the Rams. So how do you guys get off to a fast start today?
Basically, what we want to do is we want to come out and not turn the ball over. We feel like a lot of things that's been going on is us turning the ball over, and we've been killing ourselves with that. If we don't turn it over, it allows us to play solid football on both sides of the ball.
We'll see in a few minutes the boost that Kurt Warner provides for this team, but what have you felt already?
I think it'll help just because of the timing. We've been working with Kurt all last year and in the beginning of this year. I think as an offense, we're going to work a little bit better.
Okay, thanks a lot, Marshall. And Dickie also mentioned the cold is just a mind over matter. Back to you.
If you don't mind, it doesn't matter, Pam. And it is windy, and that could be a major factor as well, as the Rams have won the toss. They'll get the ball first. Joe Nedney will be kicking off, and Dre Bly, who played his college football not far from here at the University of North Carolina, back to receive. Underway, a line drive kick, 2 yards in the end zone, and Bly will run it out. Dre Bly trying to go outside, and he is ridden out of bounds at the 23-yard line. So Bly returning the kickoffs in place of the injured Tony Horn. So Kurt Warner returns, and the Rams with a gaudy 22-2 record when Warner starts and finishes. There is the offensive line, and Ryan Tucker, the right tackle, struggled the last time these teams played 4 weeks ago. In the backfield, Marshall Faulk, who had only 10 touches, returning to action against the Saints. Isaac Bruce and Torrey Holt, just 2 of the many weapons for Warner, who starts from the 23. And Kurt Warner will throw on first down, and the pass is caught by Isaac Bruce on a crossing pattern, and Bruce getting 9 yards on the first play of the game. And as Matt Millen mentioned, for the Panthers, the defense, the strength has to be up front with Jay Williams, the former Ram, and Reggie White playing with a broken left hand, wearing a cast. Lee Woodall, Lester Towns, the rookie, and Dean Wells are the linebackers. Doug Evans and Eric Davis, the corners. Mike Minter and Eugene Robinson at safety. Second down and 3. And Marshall Faulk, with his first carry, gets the first down as he brings it out close to the Ram 40-yard line, with Eugene Robinson making the stop.
There's the man right there, is the league's MVP, and so much has been said about his return. But I think in talking about the return and with him being gone, you forget just how important he was to this offense. They took his timing for granted. They took his leadership for granted. They took the fast starts for granted, and that all came off of Kurt Warner.
Comes in as the leading passer in the NFL, and there you see him under center on first down from the 39. Steps up, and the pass is dropped. Another crossing pattern, this time to Oz Hakeem, and he was covered by Eric Davis.
If you watched our pregame show, what you saw is Terry Bradshaw showing how to ride the center. And there you can see Kurt Warner's hand, and he's going to have to do that all game long. And speaking to him last night, he was just saying that he had worn a little bit of a plastic protector, and this now is the first time that he hasn't worn it all week. He was going to take it full throttle, and Terry Bradshaw had a great point. The longer this game goes on, he expected in the second half that it would have an effect.
On the draw play, here is Marshall Faulk driving toward the first down, and appears to be about a yard short. Doug Evans, the cornerback, making the tackle for the Panthers, who, by the way, have Mike Rucker in for Reggie White at defensive end. Reggie White with the broken bone in his left hand, and there is Rucker, who is playing his position. So it'll be third down and a long one for the Rams near midfield. Reggie White, who played against his former team on Monday night, the Packers, in a big Carolina win. They're 5-7. Here's the pitch on third and short to Faulk. He's got blockers, and Marshall Faulk is stopped very close to the first down, and that was the rookie Lester Towns out of the University of Washington on the tackle.
Boy, that is close, and he got the first down. Marshall Faulk is one of those players that we talked about Kurt Warner. Now, to me, and I said this at the start, I said it actually last year watching him in this offense, that that's the most complete player in this league. I mean, he does so many things so well. And he blocks, and he tackles, catches the ball, he'll run well. But the bigger part is he understands what you're trying to do.
Rams Rams do not have an opening drive touchdown this year after tying for the league last season. From midfield on first down, Warner with his longest throw, and this pass is caught. It'll be a first down for the Rams inside the 40 with Isaac Bruce making the reception.
Howie Long was talking about timing and accuracy of Kurt Warner, and I think the second part of that is so right. I think Kurt Warner's the most accurate quarterback in the league. He's not the most mobile, doesn't have the strongest arm, but he is the most accurate, and I think that's what makes him so effective. He gives these guys a chance to do something with the ball after they've caught it.
And no knock against Trent Green, who actually is the third-rated passer, but Kurt Warner may be in a class by himself. First down at the 39, play action, and plenty of time for Warner, and Warner hits Bruce downfield for another first down inside the 20-yard line. He got hit, Bruce, after the catch by Eugene Robinson and a gain of 20.
Well, this play action pass does a couple things. First of all, it sucks up your linebackers. And the second thing it does is it creates a little bit more time for those receivers to run the crossing routes. Always remember that a crossing route takes a little bit more time to get there. But this team has offense right now just looks like it hasn't skipped anything.
And Ricky Prohl has come in at wide receiver, one of 3 out there for the Rams. And the short drop and the sack, and the handoff and a fumble on the play. The fumble on the play as Marshall Faulk, getting the handoff, fumbled.
They came with that Minder blitz off the side. He came uncontested.
And really nearly got to a Warner before the handoff.
You're going to watch him. He's going to come right to this top side. Here he comes. Nobody's going to pick him up. See, Kurt sees it at the end. He was going to try to pump fake. He's going to try the pump fake first, but he had to rush the whole thing. Now, this is the view from the camp. Lee Woodall. You see Lee Woodall did a good job of getting him over where he's supposed to be. Good directing.
Loss of a yard, second down and 11. Marshall Faulk going in motion to the left, an empty backfield, and the pass intended for Faulk is a bit low, and it was Mike Minter, the strong safety, on the coverage, bringing up third down and 11.
Now, when you look at safeties in this league, and you look at Mike Minter, they're hard to judge because so much is dependent upon scheme. But there is one way to watch them, and that is how often they show up making plays. And when you apply that to Mike Minter and you look at this defense, you go, you know, this is an active guy. And they use him properly. And he's one of those guys who he has a nose for the ball. That's immeasurable when it comes to football, obviously.
10th player of the drive coming up. Reggie White came in and then went out of the game on third down and 11. But Warner has time, and the pass off the hands of Isaac Bruce incomplete. And a lot of black jerseys around, but they could not get the interception. So fourth down coming up, and the field goal team comes in.
You're going to watch this ball. It took off on Kurt Warner. I don't understand if a finger makes a difference for that, but I would think going all the way down the field the way they had, as accurate as he was, there's the one that took off on him.
So Jeff Wilkins, who has not kicked since October the 15th, he's had a pulled quad, has not missed this year, will attempt a 38-yard field goal. And Wilkins' kick is good. So the Rams don't get the touchdown on the first drive, but they get the field goal, a 38-yarder, and lead the Panthers 3-0.
You're now free to move about the country.
Escape to a better place. Sony Vega.
Hey, what's going on here?
Down in front! Check out this Westie!
Introducing our classic Subway steak and cheese sandwich with new Southwest sauce. It's one of 4 unique sauces at Subway. Come and get them. Subway. Eat fresh.
Seville STS. The power of and, the fusion of design and technology. Cadillac.
Fox NFL Sunday. Brought to you by Southwest Airlines, proud sponsor of the NFL, an official airline of the Super Bowl.
And we're back at Ericsson Stadium as the Rams taking a 3-0 lead as Isaac Bruce with 3 receptions sparking that scoring drive. And it's amazing that we have sunshine on a very cold and windy day. They expected between 3 and 6 inches of snow in a winter storm warning throughout the North Carolina area, but it is just a brisk day. A little cold, I guess, for this part of the country at this time of year, as the Rams kicking off. Jeff Wilkins and Michael Bates on the return at the 7-yard line. Good return man for the Panthers is Bates, but he'll just get out to the 26-yard line. So just the start of things here at Carolina, with the Rams leading the Panthers 3-0.
Night.
Provides no ambient illumination.
It's scary.
Yet objects give off energy in the form of heat.
It would be amazing if you could see what's out there.
DeVille DTS thermal detection system with the head-up display projects images of the road ahead.
Beyond the range of your headlamps.
The DeVille DTS, the world's first car available with night vision. The power of and, the fusion of design and technology. Cadillac.
What if you cause a serious accident? How much coverage should you have? Do you want lower premiums or a smaller deductible? What about rental car reimbursement? Some people say they can put a policy together in 15 minutes. I've never thought doing it fast was as important as getting it right. You're in good hands with Allstate. Mine.
Business depends on inventory that arrives right on time. Too early, it costs you money. Too late, it costs you customers. You can use the internet to make sure your inventory arrives exactly when you need it, and each customer gets their order exactly when they want it. Discover all that's possible on the internet. Cisco Systems, empowering the internet generation.
Tuesday on Fox, it's music's biggest night, the 2000 Billboard Music Awards, with performances by Ricky Martin, Creed, Faith Hill, Three Doors Down, Destiny's Child, Mystical, NSYNC, and Dixie Chicks. Check out the stars who top the charts all year long on the 2000 Billboard Music Awards, live Tuesday at 8, 7 Central on Fox.
Head coach Mike Martz in his first year, and the schedule will get tougher for the Rams in the last 3 weeks. And George Seifert, who has Super Bowl rings, the head coach of the Carolina Panthers in his second season, and they finished winning 5 out of the last 7 last year strong. Starting from the 26-yard line, and the running back Brad Hoover goes in motion, and he has it on the quick, and a flag is down, and Hoover is stopped at about the 30 for a short gain.
Going to be roughing the passer against the Rams right away.
Tony Correnti is the referee this afternoon.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, blow to the head, number 59 defense. 15 yards.
London Fletcher, the middle linebacker.
First down.
They didn't waste any time. They went with a blitz right away. That's the bad call. And it's a good crew. This is one of the better crews in the National Football League. He did hit him with his hand in the face, but I mean, you can't. They're taking football out of football, people. I'm sorry.
First down at the 45-yard line for the Panthers. Getting a break on that roughing the passer call, and here is Hoover going up the middle, and Brad Hoover becoming a quick fan favorite, and why not, after gaining 117 yards and more as a receiver on Monday night, as Steve Berline, his touchdown and interception numbers coming into this game. Up front, Clarence Jones returns to action after missing 5 weeks. Hoover, the rookie at running back, with Biaka Patuka out with a turf toe. Muhsin Muhammad and Donald Hayes returning at wide receiver are the wideouts. 2nd down and 2, and the screen pass, and unable to handle it was Brad Hoover, the undrafted rookie from Western Carolina. Defensively for the Rams, and this has been a beleaguered unit all year. Kevin Carter, who had a knee problem this week, in the lineup. Collins, Fletcher, and Jones are the linebackers, and the secondary with McLeon and Light the corners. Devin Bush is in the game for the injured Rich Cody, and Keith Lyle is the free safety. So it'll be 3rd down for the Panthers, who are in Ram territory. They need 2. Muhammad coming in motion toward the line. Burline having trouble finding a target. And Burline may be caught from behind, and he is short of the sticks. It was Ray Agnew and Michael Jones on the chase, and I do not believe that Burline got to the 1st down yardage.
Watch Muhsin Muhammad. That's who they wanted the ball to go to. But you can see the shadow was right on top of him. And then he just tried to keep on dancing. Now watch Burline right away. He's going to come back. He's looking for Muhammad, but he had to pull it back down, and then he had to get into an area that he's not real comfortable with, and that's that of scrambling around. Not the most mobile guy, but he does a good job of getting rid of the ball quick. So what the Rams did to counter in that first series, they tightened up coverage. I liked it.
And the league's top punt returner, Oz Hakeem, is back as the left-footed Ken Walter on the kick, and the fair catch is called at the 10-yard line. So a terrific punt by Walter, no return, and the Rams, who lead, will start from the 10.
Introducing the all-new Silverado Heavy Duty. The most powerful heavy-duty pickup you can get. Silverado Heavy Duty. More truck from Chevy.
Six weeks before one of the biggest games of my life, I felt a strange pain in my chest. What my doctor found was my toughest opponent yet. 3 of my arteries were more than 90% blocked. After recovering from surgery, lowering my high cholesterol became more important than football. Later, I was fortunate enough to coach my team in the biggest game of the season. Along with a healthy diet and regular exercise, taking Zocor every day helps significantly lower my total cholesterol.
Zocor is a prescription medication and is not right for everyone, including women who are nursing, pregnant, or may become pregnant, or people with liver problems. Your doctor may do blood tests to check for liver problems, because serious side effects can result. Tell your doctor about any muscle pain or weakness you experience while on Zocor, and about any medicines you are taking.
When diet and exercise are not enough, talk to your doctor about Zocor. Take care of yourself. It's your future. Be there.
Homer enters the computer age, but what will he do during those long internet downloads?
I've been sitting on the toilet all the live long day.
The Simpsons, all new at 8/7 Central tonight on Fox.
You're going to watch Kevin Carter working on Chris Terry, number 70, and what he's going to try to do is set him up to the outside and then come back inside. But you see that hand, he got caught. Terry caught his inside arm and posted it and was able to put him right down to his back. You have to have a plan, but then you have to be able to counter if the guy catches you.
Carter had his knee drained as a bursa sack problem. Didn't practice toward the end of the week. 1st and 10, and the pitch goes to Marshall Faulk. And Faulk cutting inside is tackled by Sean Gilbert after a couple of yards. And right now, let's check in with James Brown for a game break. JB?
Hey, Dick and Matt, as you two well know, Dallas has the worst run defense in the NFL. Warrick Dunn taking advantage of that. 70 yards to pay dirt here. It is now 10-0 Tampa Bay over Dallas. That in the first. Back to Dick Stockton, Matt Miller.
And Warrick Dunn he's still the big play guy down there. And they got Keyshawn Johnson, and they have some people, but Warrick Dunn is the most exciting player in that offense.
2nd down and 7 with 2 tight ends in the Ram lineup. including Jeff Robinson, number 45. Warner back to throw, and Warner going up on top, and the pass is knocked away. Torrey Holt was the intended receiver and well covered downfield, although once again Matt, Warner was right on the money with that throw.
He is throwing the ball well. Really one bad throw, and that was the one that took off at the end of last series. But this is just this last play, and he's trying to push the ball down. Now you can see Eric Davis is right there. Minder's going to come over, but look at this. That is inexcusable. It is inexcusable to drop that ball. You talk about timing. You talk about confidence. You talk about building things. Well, catching the ball gives you all those things as well.
3rd and 7. And Warner getting time in the pass, and it is caught, but it'll be shy of the first down at the 20-yard line. Marshall Faulk out of the backfield was hit by Mike Minter, and Minter preventing Faulk from getting the first down. A good defensive play by Minter, forcing the punt.
That was good discipline by Mike Minter. Very good, because they tried to clear in front of him first and then bring Marshall Faulk right behind him. That's good defense.
So the Panthers looking at possible good field position with Ihani Awezike, number 89, back to receive John Baker's kick. Baker will kick from inside the 10-yard line. And not a good kick. And it dies just at the 47-yard line. So the Panthers will indeed have good field position as the kick is down after a 33-yard boot. We'll be back to Charlotte in just a moment.
Holiday greetings from Budweiser. Family to yours, we wish you a very safe and happy holiday season.
Get to Best Buy and get the gifts everyone looks forward to, like a $400 Best Buy shopping spree when you sign up for 3 years of MSN Internet access. It's easy to switch to MSN. Try it today. Turn on the fun. Best Buy.
No matter what you need, you can count on dependable, long-lasting Chevy trucks. Now, make your money count on a 2001 Chevy Silverado half-ton extended cab with as low as 1.9% APR financing, giving you $2,607 in average finance savings. That's 1.9% APR. So make your money count during the year-end event at your local Chevy dealer now.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Chevy Trucks, the most dependable, longest-lasting trucks on the road. By Best Buy, the place to find the magical gifts. Turn on the fun. By Energizer E-Squared, the battery with a heart of titanium. And by Zocor. Talk to your doctor about Zocor today.
And this is racing country here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Fox looking forward to their NASCAR coverage coming up, beginning with the Daytona 500. And Steve Berline looking to get the Panthers, who trail 3-0, into scoring position. 2 tight ends for Carolina. They begin from the 46-yard line. The handoff is to Brad Hoover, and Hoover picks up about 3.
You know, that last play, Marshall Faulk was looking for a flag, and you know he should have had one, because Minter, it was a nice defensive play, but he hit him before the ball got there. Bang! You can see it right there. And actually, it's a good job by him to catch the football, but Kurt Warner wanted to go down there and say, hey, he hit him first. I mean, what game are you guys watching?
There's Warner and Faulk together in the starting backfield for the first time since Kurt Warner got hurt in Kansas City. It'll be 2nd down and 7 at the 49-yard line. Play action for Berline, and Berline's pass, and going up to make the catch for the first down is Chris Mangum, the tight end. And this Carolina team without a lot of their offensive weapons, including Wesley Walls, the all-pro tight end.
Well, you're going to watch Kevin Carter. They take the tight end away from him, and Hoover had a chance. Hoover had a chance to block, but missed him. And Kevin Carter got his feet tripped inside of him and actually had a clean shot at Berline. But Berline then used that extra time and was able to find Mangum down the field in that zone.
Carolina having to make do without Walls, William Floyd, the fullback, Biaka Batuka, who we mentioned, and wide receiver Patrick Jeffers.
Nothing back here. Usually that's a good time to come after him.
5 wide receivers in the empty backfield. First down. Berline's going to get hit from behind by Kevin Carter.
You know, if you don't bring somebody as an extra man, that means you're using him down the field in terms of coverage. And you have to tighten your coverage up. And you could see everybody on top of somebody. No place to look for Berline. And so he looked down to the right side. You had 3 over here and 1 on this side, but McLeon was right on top of it. That's good coverage, and that's the key when you're going to defend this team. You have to get nice, tight coverage. Green Bay the other night, I thought they were horrible in coverage.
Second down and 11, just a loss of a yard. Berline looking for protection, and he swings this out to Hoover. And Hoover diving toward the first down yardage. Good second effort. Dexter McLeon made the tackle, and he has become a quick fan favorite, this undrafted rookie from Western Carolina, Brad Hoover, who has become a local hero. He is from nearby Thomasville, and he attended Western Carolina, and on Monday night had 117 yards rushing and 41 yards as a pass receiver. Crowd shouting Hoover as they are today, and his brother scored a touchdown for Appalachian State last night. Third down and 1. And close to the first down, Brad Hoover, whose brother Joey getting into pay dirt twice yesterday. And let's see if the Panthers get the first down.
Hoover does some good things. I mean, you look at him, and there are some things that he does well that if you're not a good student, you miss. First of all, he has good vision. He has pretty good vision, and he follows his eyes very well. That's number 1. Number 2 is he's a lot stronger than you think he is. Sometimes, though, he doesn't lower his pad level, and every now and then you're going to see him really get waffled. I mean, in this past Monday night, he got drilled a couple of times. He's got to learn to run with a little bit better length. Doesn't have great speed, but it's adequate. He's going to be short here, and it's going to set up this 4th down.
Just by inches, and the crowd urging the Panthers to go for it here with 4th and inches. George Seifert has made his decision, and he will go for it on 4th down and inches.
Now, one thing that's happened and showed up Monday night, they don't try to take Hoover outside. When they want to get outside, they put in either Damian Craig would come in or Bates shows up.
Damian Craig, the 3rd string quarterback, now used as a running back, but a tight formation with 2 tight ends. 4th and inches. And the quarterback sneak by Steve Berline, and he may have enough for it. So Berline calling his own number, and the Carolina Panthers going for it on 4th and inches, get the first down to the Rams' 27-yard line.
Well, this is my guy, Ron Botchin, the umpire, the guy who mentored me this summer. This is his camera strapped on his head. You can't get a better view than that. All that right there, that just comes down to getting a surge out of your offensive lineman. And defensively, you have to stay low to prevent that. But he's got enough of a push.
Well, you mentioned Damian Craig. He is in the game and in the slot to the left on first down at the 27. And this pass is coming out to Craig, and he is ridden out of bounds. So Damian Craig, a versatile player, and a flag is down. A late hit possibly here
on Devin Bush.
And that would give the Panthers a first down and threaten as they trail 3-0 with 2:04 remaining in this first quarter. Devin Bush starting today. He had lost the starting role to Rich Cody, who was out with a neck injury.
All right, right there it's over. And stop. But he didn't stop because Craig had his hand in his face. He had his hand, he's trying to push, and he's going to keep on pushing, and yeah, that's stupid.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness, late hit out of bounds, number 23 defense. The penalty will be assessed half the distance of the goal. Automatic, first down.
And this crowd loving it. The Panthers, who a month ago beat the Rams 27-24 at St. Louis. Rams coming into this game 4-1 on the road. They have dropped 3 of their last 4 in what used to be the friendly confines indoors in St. Louis. First down and 10 at the 11-yard line, so the Panthers could get a first down without scoring. Berline with the short drop, and the pass is intercepted by London Fletcher. Fletcher, who picked off 2 last week, picks off another one here, and a turnover in the red zone by Berline.
We just talked to Steve Berline about this very thing, and he said, I've got to be better in the red zone. I can't make foolish throws. He's going to go back and say the same thing to himself again.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, go!
E-squared from Energizer. A whole new battery with a heart of titanium that lets you take power to the next level.
E-squared. Oh, he looks so handsome. Mommy's big man. You're such a big boy. I'm going to give you a big kiss.
$4.92 saved buying Spike a holiday sweater online. $6.42 overpaid on shipping.
Oh, you look so precious.
If your gifts aren't being sent priority mail, you're probably paying too much. So make sure to ask for it.
Fly like an eagle.
Catch you this time. 2 out of 3.
Okay, you ready? Sure. Okay. 1, 2, 3, send. Oh. Rock, beat, scissors. Backseat. Watch your head.
Ah, funny. Ow. Come on, move over.
The NFL Insider. It's pure football, all season long. The NFL Insider. Pick up your copy at newsstands now.
They're going to motion this guy outside, and that's going to declare your coverage. So they're going to go 2-on-2 inside right here. What they're trying to do is come back underneath, and what they try to do is they get you to play the gray area between the 2 men of coverage. But Fletcher played it perfectly. He held the outside and anticipated the in move and made the pick.
So 3 interceptions in 2 weeks for Fletcher on the pass intended for Casey Crawford. Now the Rams start from the 8-yard line, and Marshall Faulk gets by 1 defender and some nifty moves. So Faulk, coming back from arthroscopic knee surgery last week, at 17 yards with Minter making the tackle, and still he says he's not quite 100%.
And you can see it. He's just not quite there. Now this is a good job of his offensive people getting blockers on people, and then you just let Marshall Faulk get in the open field. That's where he's most dangerous. But he's making cuts, but he's still not quite there yet. You can see it.
He said he thought he had a bad game and never realized he only had 10 touches last week. The pitch goes to Faulk going left. He's got some blockers, and finally bumped out of bounds at the 30-yard line by Dean Wells, a pickup of 4.
You know, Marshall Faulk, and I'll be effusive in my praise for him because I really think he's a fantastic player, as complete a guy as there is. But what separates him is his mind, is the fact that he understands, like I mentioned, he knows what you have to do, he knows what everybody on the field has to do, but he just sees the game. I think the game is a little slower in Marshall's mind than other guys' minds. And when things slow down, boy, you really can be that much more effective.
Already with more total yardage today than he had all of last week. 3rd down and 5 for Kurt Warner. And he'll go to Falk. A couple of jukes, but he doesn't get the first down. But that's showing his knee is making some progress.
A couple of jock straps laying on the floor.
Lucas,
crowd down there.
Rookie Panther making a tackle and an injured player, and that's Mike Rucker. So the clock stopping with 12 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
That, as you're looking at Rucker, and that last play was an example of how the game does slow down. And you just watch it, you see Marshall Faulk, how he's starting to be able to set his blocks up again, or set up the defenders, where you have them going a certain way, and then boom, it's just that little quick move back inside. Boy, I appreciate that so much, having gone against players who can do that. And they're just so hard to defend.
Working on Mike Rucker, and it's amazing that he didn't know that he only had 10 touches, because he thinks of all his assignments are on every play, whether he is involved with the carry or the reception as well.
Which is the way it should be. And because what Marshall Faulk did, he's not concerned about his personal stats. He's not concerned with the fact that he didn't have that many touches. In fact, he told us last night that he said he got out of the game. He said, man, I played a bad game. I didn't play well. And somebody said, he only had 10 touches. And then he said, well, that he equated, his productivity with him playing well or not.
And while we have a moment with the injury, let's check in with James Brown in Los Angeles. JB.
All right, Dick and Matt, take a look at Troy Aikman. Boy, talk about deep in his own territory. Throws his pass, looks like it definitely should have been caught. Instead, deflected, picked off by Brian Kelly in return for the score. Tampa Bay on top 17-0, still in the first. Back to Dick Stockton, Matt Miller.
All right, JB, and of course the Tampa Bay Buccaneers trying to make a run. Right now they would not be in the playoffs, as we saw on your pregame show, JB. And time is going to run out as Rucker goes to the sideline, as does Warner. And that is the end of the first quarter here at Ericsson Stadium with the score. The Rams 3 and the Panthers nothing. Fox NFL Sunday will continue after these messages.
New TV?
Yeah. Watch this.
RCA's experts understand you want the sharpest picture possible. So we developed the RCA digital monitor and receiver. The best picture today and unsurpassed high-definition quality for tomorrow. RCA, changing entertainment again.
You're watching the NFL on Fox.
Presenting the best minivan ever, the all-new Dodge Grand Caravan.
This is a national sales alert from Dodge. Effective immediately, get 4.9 APR financing on select all-new 2001 Dodge Caravans. 60-month financing can save you more than $2,400. So, see your Dodge dealer immediately. We now return you to your regularly scheduled commercial.
See the friendly Dodge dealer near you.
They're the kind of folks who take pride in taking care of their car, who'd rather take the time and save the money by doing the job themselves. In other words, they're the kind of people who turn to AutoZone every week. And while they come to us for the quality parts or the everyday low price, sometimes they come just for the advice. And that's okay, because at AutoZone, giving people what they need is what we're all about.
A missing child returns after 10 years, unaged.
This is not a normal child.
You make it sound like he's possessed. The X-Files, all new at 9/8 Central tonight on Fox.
And welcome back to Charlotte for the start of the second quarter. Dick Stockton along with Matt Millen and Pam Oliver. It'll be 3rd down and 2 for the Rams. Reggie White has gone in the game, replacing Mike Rucker at defensive end up front for the Panthers. 4 wide receivers, including Ricky Prohl, and the pass intended and caught by Prohl at midfield for the first down.
Boy, he doesn't take Kurt Warner doesn't take much time to make a decision. Number one, he sees it, looks at it, bing, the ball comes right out. Now watch where the ball is. It's in a position for the receiver to do something with it rather, after he makes the catch. And I think that's what speaks to those rack yards, those run after catches. It's all in the quarterback's throw.
And he gets it there on time. So 5 for 9. And then there were 3 drop passes for Warner. Rams operating in midfield with a first down. And again, Warner with a drop and enough time. And he fires off the hands of Kroll. And it is intercepted by Jimmy Hitchcock. Hitchcock running it down, but the play was blown dead back at the 26-yard line. But Warner throws the pick, and the Panthers get the ball back.
The ball's right where it, that was a tough throw. That was a tough throw. He's trying to throw it across the middle inside. They came off high again for him. He's trying to make a big play down the middle of the field. Now watch Kroll go up for it. That ball still has to be caught. Hit him in the hands. Hit him in the hands. And I think, Ricky Prohl's a tough guy, but I think he was anticipating a little bit of a hit right there. And then, of course, it goes right into Hitchcock's hands.
So Jimmy Hitchcock, who has intercepted a pass in each of the last 2 weeks now. And the Panthers trailing the Rams 3-0. Get the ball back on their 27-yard line early here in the second quarter. Handoff is to Hoover, and diving forward for about a yard. Well, we've got a blockbuster doubleheader for you. Next week, the NFL on Fox begins with a pregame show at noon Eastern, 9 Pacific. Tampa Bay and Miami. Battle of Florida, bigger than that, with playoff potential for both of these teams. And in the second half, Minnesota and St. Louis in what should be a great shootout.
Well, Minnesota, you can see these 3 guys who are playing extremely well, but if you watch this past Thursday, they did not play well, and they still won. That's how well they're playing it right now as a team.
Second down and 9 at the 28-yard line. Pressure on Burline going deep and nearly intercepted by Todd Light as that pass overthrown for Donald Hayes.
Well, they're coming with the blitz inside. They matched it up man-to-man on the outside, and they're going to say, we're going to get to you, Burline, before you can get the ball off. But you can see they have the one extra guy, and there he is, the hit from London Fletcher, but not before he put the ball in the air. And actually, it was a missed opportunity for the Rams because it should have been intercepted.
And word on Mike Rucker, a bruised left leg and probable as far as his return is concerned. Bringing up 3rd and 9 for the Panthers. The pump and the pass caught by Muhsin Muhammad with his first catch of the game and a first down. Dre Bly on the tackle. So Muhsin Muhammad in the crowd echoing Moose.
Just going to run outside in his zone. You're going to watch Dre Bly hang to the outside and see what he did. His eyes took him inside, and his anticipation actually got him beat. Muhsin Muhammad is an outstanding player. Not a fast guy, powerful guy. Reads things very well. You get the ball in his hands, and he's going to hurt you.
Steve Burline says reminds him a lot of Michael Irvin as far as his attitude and play, and maybe even faster than Irvin. First down at the 39 for Burline. He's got time, and the pass is caught. And again, it's Muhsin Muhammad, and he gets into Ram territory to the 44-yard line. So Burline starting to click in the passing game.
Well, he's starting to click because he's getting some nice protection. Watch Clarence Jones, who's finally back working on the Rams' best pass rusher in Grant Wistrom. Just a good job, although he's close, doesn't matter, because what it allows is this, just the step and throw. And then Muhammad's on the outside working in that zone, and because of the time, can sit down in that hole.
Big game on Monday with 11 catches for 131 yards and 2 touchdown receptions for Muhsin Muhammad. And the pitch going to Hoover, trying to find some running room, and he is stopped by Michael Jones, but not before he gets about 5 yards.
That's a pretty good play by Mike Jones. Turned everything back in and still came off the block. That's what they call a snowstorm in Carolina. See, it's so beautiful down here all the time that just the anticipation of it gets them.
Well, we had to shovel our way out when we left the hotel this morning.
Keep talking, I'll be shoveling more up here.
The Rams leading the total yards battle, but only 3-0 on the scoreboard. Each team has turned the ball over once. 2nd and 6 for the Panthers. And a flag on the Ram 39-yard line.
And on the Rams, that's Jeff Scanina. And this will drive defensive coaches crazy.
encroachment, defense number 90. 5-yard penalty, remains second down.
Now you're going to see, here's the botch cam. There's the guy, there's the ball, there's the center. Now how can you move with the ball right in front of you? Used to just drive them nuts.
When you say botch cam, that's of course Ron Botchin, the umpire. They didn't botch up the camera.
No.
Not yet anyway.
That's my umpire friend. Here's Ronnie Botchin right here.
So second down and 1 following the penalty, and Berline throwing on 2nd and 1. No target there, and running, and may have the first down. Let's see, Ray Agnew making the stop. All Berline needed was 1 yard, and he started forward, and he's short apparently.
Looks like he is going to be short. But what he was trying to do is going to get to the outside. And did you see the linebacker coming underneath? That's called cut coverage. They're going to cut the underneath, and that's exactly where Berline was looking. And because you saw that linebacker running underneath, the same thing that Berline saw with a corner over the top. And so you have to pull it back down, and he tried to get the first.
Bringing up 3rd and 1. Actually less than a yard. And Hoover diving for the first down. So Brad Hoover, as Matt mentioned, not the outside sprinter of Biaka Batuka style, but a good inside runner. And the Panthers get a first down at the 33 of St. Louis.
You know, it kind of reminds me of the way the Raiders, you see he's kind of holding the back of his back there. Kind of the Raiders, the fullback mode. A little Banaszak and Mark Van Eegen, that style, that guy. You know, under John Madden's offense, if you couldn't block in that offense as a running back, you didn't play.
Michael Bates, number 24, seeing his first action in the backfield. And Bates, no gain, maybe a loss of 1, and that was Dre Bly coming up, so the Rams stuffing the line of scrimmage with their secondary. Well, no one thought this day would turn out like it has. As we mentioned, a winter storm warning. In fact, they did get some snow in the Raleigh area, but the skies are blue, and fans have come out in force to see the Panthers, who still looking for their first back-to-back successes of the year. Second and 10 on the 33. Play action for Berline, and Berline throwing incomplete, intended for Donald Hayes, and coverage on Dexter McCleon, and a late flag goes down upfield. It took them a while before they threw the penalty marker. And here's Tony Correnti to explain. It'll go against the Rams.
Illegal contact, defense number 35. 5-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
It's Keith Lyle, the free safety, and not McCleon, who was on the initial coverage here.
Muhammad working on the inside. Lyle got himself the bam right there. See that thing? That's what they're going to call, because it's past 5 yards. It's a pretty nice chuck. You're allowed a 5-yard chuck.
So another Ram penalty, giving the Panthers a first down in a 3-0 game with under 9 minutes to go in the second quarter. Carolina on the Ram 28-yard line, and once again Damian Craig is in. He's in the slot down to the left. And the handoff to Chris Hetherington, the fullback from Yale, getting about 4.
Just looking at this game here so far in the first half, you're down to the 8.5-minute mark. Really what this game has been is a bit about mistakes. Both teams have made mistakes. The interception by Berline in the red zone. The interception again by Kurt Warner. The dropped passes. Just kind of in a sloppy game.
Yeah, but it's a good game for the Panthers, who have not allowed a touchdown against this prolific offense so far. So it's second down and 7 at the 25. Berline looking to throw. He has Bates up the middle. Bates inside the 5, down to the 2-yard line. Michael Bates almost getting a touchdown, and the crowd on its feet as London Fletcher prevented the score. But the Panthers will have first and goal.
What they're going to do, they're going to try to spread everything out here and try to get Bates back underneath, which is exactly what they were able to do. If you can clear the middle and you get his speed inside, there's nobody there who's going to be able to run with him. But you first accomplish that by running your outside people off and spreading the defenders. And then you take Bates, fake to the outside, come inside.
Only the 4th catch of the season by Bates. First and goal at the 2. There is Muhammad going in motion, and the pass is intercepted by Todd Light. Todd Light, still going, is tripped up at the 21-yard line, so Steve Berline has now thrown 2 interceptions in the red zone. This one when the Panthers had first and goal on the 2, and how discouraging that has to be for Carolina.
That interception, that was just pure anticipation by Todd Light. He read it, he saw it, and he broke underneath right there. That's really well done by Todd Light.
In 1951, Toyota introduced the Land Cruiser. Today, we have the most extensive lineup of sport utility vehicles in America. For families and individuals. Mountaintops, as well as soccer fields. And, like the original, all of them are designed to get you there and back.
What's the perfect match for great holiday gifts? A holiday card, of course. And this weekend only, Radio Shack has the card for you. Good for 10% off all your holiday gifts. Just come into Radio Shack this weekend, open an account for a Radio Shack Answers Plus card, and charge your purchase to get 10% off anything you buy. Compact computers, Sprint PCS phones, RCA electronics, plus cool gadgets and gizmos are just a few of the great gifts you can get for 10% off. This Friday, Saturday, and Sunday only at Radio Shack. Some restrictions apply. See store for details.
Throughout the world, when a hostage must be found, they call Terry Thorne.
You know I do this for a living, man.
Your husband isn't dead. He's alive.
I'm not a part of this, all right?
If we could pull this off, this is the stuff of legends. Meg Ryan.
You told me my husband was coming home.
Russell Crowe.
Keep going down the path!
Critics are calling Proof of Life a top-drawer adventure thriller. Proof of Life, rated R, starts this Friday.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Toyota SUVs, taking you there and back. By Radio Shack, you've got questions, we've got answers. By Nike Shocks, bowling thoroughly experienced and explained at Nike.com. And by Applebee's Neighborhood Grill and Bar, for a taste that is as American as Applebee's.
Berline with 2 interceptions in the red zone, and you've got to give some credit here to the Ram defense, which has been maligned this year, stopping the Panthers twice. First and 10 at the 22-yard line, and the pass coming out to Isaac Bruce, and a gain of about 6 yards.
Let's go back and look at this interception and watch Todd Light. You're going to see he's mirroring Houston Muhammad, and watch the ball. Ball's thrown a little bit behind, and the anticipation by Todd Light was perfect. The ball needed to come up high and out here. Instead, it came underneath, and Light had anticipated, took a shot. The ball was where he thought it would be, and it turns into a big play.
Second interception of the year for Todd Light. Second down and 3. Warner, and he's trying to get it out on a screen pass to Torrey Holt, and a lot of pressure there. Right now, for a game break, once again, let's check in with James Brown.
Dick and Matt, this is what Howie Long was talking about earlier as far as Darrell Green is concerned. Knocked down at the line of scrimmage. He gets up, tracks down Joe Jurevicius, and knocks the ball loose. The Redskins recover. That's blue-collar mentality that Darrell Green was talking about, and leading by example. Back to Dick Stockton and a tenacious Matt Miller.
All right, in a very hot NFC East right now, the Eagles lead, the Giants and Washington playing, and the Redskins have already owned a victory over the Giants. Right here, it's 3rd down and 3, and Marshall Faulk on the reception, getting the first down for the Rams, and out of bounds at the 40, chased there by Rashard Anderson.
Usually when you see a guy coming out of the backfield and he's that open, usually there's a pick involved someplace, or what they call a rub, because in this league, picks they're illegal, so they don't do that.
I've heard that said.
So they just call that a rub, and then you're going to try to have coverage out of the backfield or a linebacker. You just run your outside receivers in and create kind of a screen and allow him to come out.
Why don't you just call it a good rub?
It's a pick.
First down at the 40-yard line. Here is Warner, and Warner pass, and it's ruled a completion to Torrey Holt. And a first down into Carolina territory, a gain of 14.
Well, you're going to watch Torrey Holt going down. You got to get as low as that ball, especially you get your hands underneath, and you can see everything was done perfectly. Now, the key, even if the ball hits, the key is control. You must demonstrate control all the way through, and Holt did a good job of that.
Torrey Holt, #1 pick last year from North Carolina State. Rams in Panther territory at the 46. Warner wants to throw again, giving ground. And here is Marshall Faulk. And Faulk will lose yardage, about 2.5 on the play.
They were going to set up a screen, Dick, but they did a good job of latching on to him when he tried to sneak through. So then watch Marshall Faulk right here. Watch what he's going to do. He's going to try to come out. Now watch right there, Sean Gilbert. That's perfect. And so he redirects him, and Gilbert stays with him, and then Faulk tries to get back over to where the screen had been set up. Good defense by Sean Gilbert. Good awareness.
Setting up second down and 13 for the Rams on the Carolina 49. And here is the pass outside, and it is ruled incomplete. It was Eric Davis knocking the ball away on the pass intended for Holt.
Just watching Warner, he's not happy with himself. That's the second time his ball faded on the out. And this is the sign. You can see the ball is going to fall. Now, he had Holt open the second time that he's thrown those out balls, and it's faded. He's mad at himself.
First game back, and he got hurt against Kansas City. The Rams were 6-0 when Kurt Warner went out with injury. They come in 8-4.
He's 9 out of 16 with 4 drop balls.
Third down and 13 out of the shotgun. The pressure and the pass complete to Oz Hakeem. And he'll get the first down to the 35. Kurt Warner, who can fire it away quickly, took the hit, but not before the first down pass to Oz Hakeem.
First thing out of Kurt Warner's mouth whenever you speak to him is, I hope they blitz me. I hope they do, because I'm going to see it and the ball is going to come out. And that's exactly what he did. Minner even came clean. Nobody was there. But what you had then was Eugene Robinson in the open field against Oz Hakeem. And I don't care who it is against Oz Hakeem. He's dangerous.
Great confidence this Ram team has, even on 3rd and long, that they'll get the first down. From the 35-yard line, and the touch pass to Torrey Holt. And it is a free ball. It is a catch and a fumble, and recovered by the Panthers. So it was Eric Davis who hit Torrey Holt, forcing the fumble, and the Panthers will get it back in what has been a first half of turnovers. Eugene Robinson picked up the football, and we'll be back.
It's back.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Applebee's You Pick 2. Get any 2 of 4 American favorites on one big plate. Choose from sizzling Cajun sirloin, succulent garlic-crusted shrimp, barbecue chicken, or riblets with a tangy sauce too good for any napkin. Right now, you pick 2 for a taste as American as Applebee's. For a tasteful gift, pick Applebee's gift certificates.
We got to target a new online customer. Consumers who never change their minds and choose gifts with 100% accuracy.
So there's no returns.
Bingo. I call them laser beamers.
And exactly how many of these laser beamers have you found?
4. But that's just in the U.S.
E-returns are inevitable. Now UPS has automated the process, making it quicker and easier, so we can help change merchandise as fast as people change their minds. UPS, moving at the speed of business.
Put the food down, walk away, nobody gets hurt.
Think you're tough enough to drive a Tacoma? Join the club. Introducing the double cab with over 5 feet of bed length.
You just can't mess with a man's salad.
Word up.
Catch performances by Dixie Chicks. And many more. The 2000 Billboard Music Awards, live Tuesday at 8, 7 Central on Fox.
First thing that it has to be a fumble is there has to be control and possession, which he demonstrates right there. And then at the end, it wasn't a matter of Eric Davis with the tackle. It was a matter of Torrey Holt just not holding on to the ball. And then I think they get to the sideline, and Mike Martz is going to talk to Kurt Warner. Really, he's playing well, but this has been a first half of errors on both sides.
Each team committing 2 turnovers. No one has capitalized yet. 1st and 10 at the 32, and here is Hoover getting running room up the middle, and London Fletcher brings him down, but not before Hoover appears to have a Panther first down.
Now you're not going to see Brad Hoover get that much room without some help from the offensive line, and the left side of that offensive line is doing pretty good. Watch Campbell and Garcia right there, Clarence Jones on this side. They do a nice job of doubling, and then Hetherington comes through and gets a body on a body. Hetherington did a good job on London Fletcher.
Steve Berline, quarterback, with a first down at the 43-yard line. Again going to Hoover. He gets by 1 defender. Brian Young, the first one, missed him. Jeff Scanina made the stop. Well, tonight on an all-new episode of the X-Files, how can a child disappear for 10 years and not age a single day? Well, it's an all-new episode of the X-Files tonight at 9, 8 Central, right here on Fox.
It's funny, Dick, because I haven't been gone for 10 years, but I haven't aged. I don't know if you've noticed, I haven't aged an ounce.
I think you've gotten
years.
younger.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
In all areas, yes. 2nd down and 7 on the 46. Berline trying to buy time. There's a penalty marker down, and now Berline goes down back at the 40-yard line. It was London Fletcher who got to Berline pending the flag.
It looks like Muhsin Muhammad lined up wide to the right. Moved.
Illegal motion. Offense number 86. The penalty is declined.
He meant 7.
Down.
86 was Crawford also. Watch Muhsin Muhammad on the outside. And then Crawford was back underneath, and he may have been coming forward also, but he moved. Mangum rather. So he's got to stay more lateral. If he starts coming forward, they're going to call that as well. He moved forward. I missed that.
3rd sack by the Rams. Presenting a 3rd down and 12 at the 41-yard line. And Berline giving ground, and the pass is complete, and we'll have a big loss on this play. Brad Hoover got hit by Michael Jones. Leonard Little, playing despite a dislocated finger, also came in on the play, and Berline was about to get hit when he released the football.
Yeah, by Leonard Little on that top side. He took the beltway on a speed rush around the end and forced the ball to come, but then it was a good job of coverage right away, and they jumped it.
So the Panthers going in reverse. 2-minute warning as they get set to punt. Will return. It's 3-0 St. Louis.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Miller Lite. Grab a Miller Lite. It's Miller time.
Keep going.
Oh. We almost had it. Sorry, guys. Can we get another one, please?
Okay, let's do this again. Okay. One more time.
Yeah.
This holiday season, Miller Lite wishes you safe and happy Miller times.
Escape to a better place. Sony Vega.
Both have the same 6-figure salaries and perks. So why does one look forward to early retirement while the other to the 15th and the 31st? Northwestern Mutual Financial Network. Are you there yet?
Zales is the place to find quarter-carat diamond jewelry for just $99. Dazzling diamond earrings, elegant diamond rings, even diamond heart pendants. Your choice, just $99. And with any purchase of $99 or more, you can get this flower box with a diamond earring and pendant set for just $29. This holiday, you can do a lot more giving. At Zales stores nationwide or shop online at Zales.com.
How much would you pay for a date with an angel?
Of the women I've paid for, the blondes have been more expensive, but they don't have your warmth.
An all-new Ally McBeal tomorrow on Fox.
2-minute warning here at Ericsson Stadium. Coming up on the Visa halftime report, JB, Terry, Howie, and Chris. Scores and highlights from around the league and our Fox Sports ticker up to the second stats, all coming up on the Visa halftime report. 4th down for the Panthers, and Ken Walter will punt, and Oz Hakeem is back deep for the Rams. A good high kick, and Hakeem with the fair catch, and he muffs the ball at the 31-yard line, and the Panthers get it back. So another mistake by the Rams, the 3rd of this first half, and Hakeem looking up maybe in the sun, couldn't handle it.
Watch his eyes. See his eyes? His eyes were still up here, and the ball was down here, and then he tried to play it against his chest.
Chris Hetherington is going to recover this one.
That old Raymond Berry thing of looking the ball all the way into your hands. He had taken his eyes off, and this is what he was looking into. That ball was coming out of that. But regardless of that, you have to concentrate on the ball all the way in. Now Oz Hakeem is, you can see, obviously, this
prone to that
punt return.
Yeah.
And that's a muff. That's not a fumble.
But it counts as a turnover. It is not a fumble. You're right. And we saw that last week with James Thrash with the Redskins against the Eagles. So now a new life for the Panthers on the Ram 31-yard line. 1st down, 3-0 in favor of St. Louis. Berline going for Hayes, and it's overthrown, and closest to the ball was Dexter McCleon.
Donald Hayes has a distinct height advantage that they're going to they would try to take advantage of down the field. But they're playing here in the zone, and McCleon's main job is do not get beat deep. And so he did a good job of keeping topside leverage. Actually had a shot for a pick right there.
So it'll be 2nd down. The ball at the 31-yard line. And, of course, waiting in the wings would be Joe Nedney in case Berline can't get the touchdown. 2nd and 10 from the 31, and Berline nowhere to go. And the offensive line collapses, and Kevin Carter with the sack. That is the 4th time that the Rams have gotten to Berline here in the first half.
That one's on coverage, because this is what he was looking to get to right there. Muhsin Muhammad on Dexter McCleon. And you see he tried to spin him around, but right when he made that break, this is what's happening right there. He saw the rush coming at him, and he had to pull it down.
Timeout called by Carolina, and right now you'd have to say they're just about out of field goal range. We'll be back.
You sure about this?
I want everyone to know who I love. How much is this again?
50.
50. All I got is 41. Come on. I get it fixed, Donna.
Very funny. Next time, use the Visa check card instead of cash or checks. It'll get you in, out, and on with life.
Style Toyota 4Runner can take you places other vehicles can't, which could necessitate bringing along some additional equipment.
Out of town, out of touch, out of cell range. You are now in Global Star range. Global Star, above and beyond cellular.
Escape to a better place. Sony Vega.
Fox tomorrow.
She got hit with a water balloon.
There's a breast implant. How do you stop a student from making a terrible mistake?
You're just too young. You only live high school once, and after that, what is there?
An all-new Boston Public tomorrow on Fox.
Steve Berline, who's had a share of injuries, really under pressure from the Rams today.
Well, remember right at the start of the game, Dick, one of the things we said was they had to be able to protect Berline because inevitably this is a passing team. And I think two things have happened. As you look at these numbers, the Rams have gotten pressure, and they've also tightened up coverage on the outside.
4 wide receivers, including Carl Hampton, number 14, who split to the top.
Nobody back here.
Third down and 17. And Berline goes down. And the offensive line gave him no time. And Kevin Carter coming in for his third sack of this first half. 5 for the Rams. So the pass rush getting the job done for the St. Louis Rams.
That was pure power, Dick.
Fire! Engine 1! Stay ready for impact!
This Christmas, at the edge of the world, his adventure begins.
I would rather take my chance out there in the ocean than to stay here and die.
Tom Hanks. Castaway, a Robert Zemeckis film, rated PG-13, December 22nd, only in theaters.
IS with a 215 horsepower VVTi engine, E-shift transmission, and remarkable handling, which in recent tests easily outcornered a certain other sports sedan.
A chunky Super Bowl moment. Kurt Warner's mom filled him up right with Campbell's Chunky New England Clam Chowder. Now heartier than ever with bigger chunks of clams. Never did a clam do so much for a ram.
Panthers are zone blocking over here, so Carter is going to attack this gap between the two offensive players. Then they're going to loop around the outside, and when they loop, it forces him to come back outside and puts pressure on the guard. And because he has outside leverage and great push inside, you get the sack. That's very, very well done. It's a good stunt by Kevin Carter.
With 3 today now with 8.5 sacks, just a half behind Grant Wistrom. 5 times the Rams have gotten to Berline. So on 4th down, the Rams calling the timeout, looking for another shot, and Ken Walter's punt goes out of bounds near the 16-yard line. It has been a rough day so far for Steve Berline. And literally nowhere to hide for Berline, not only getting sacked 5 times, most in the NFL on the year, but throwing 2 interceptions in the red zone. 3-0 Rams lead, first down on the 16-yard line with under a minute and a half to go in the first half. Batted down, and that was Sean Gilbert who knocked down Warner's pass attempt.
You know, so much we talked about Steve Berline and him having a rough day, but I think you also have to look to say, hey, this is the best I've seen this Ram defense play, because they have played pretty well. Conversely, Carolina's defense, they're playing a heck of a game as well, holding this offense back to 3 points.
Whoever thought we'd have a defensive battle between 2 teams that can score points. 2nd and 10, and Marshall Faulk with some nifty running gets the first down up to the 31-yard line before Rashard Anderson, the extra back, makes the tackle. 15-yard gain by Faulk as we get close to the 1-minute mark. As the Rams hurry up, they still have 2 timeouts left. Plenty of time for Warner, and he's got Isaac Bruce, who gets the first down and is knocked out of bounds at the 44.
That was a good job. You know, little things that make a play, unseen things. Az Hakim at the end of that play, he gets a block to allow him to not only get the first, but also to get out of bounds. So much of football is You know, it's not only you're a receiver, your job isn't only to catch the ball. It's also to create space and make blocks when called upon.
I don't think the Rams are just satisfied to get a field goal try. They want to get 6, and they've done it before. At this point, 1st and 10 from the 44. Hakeem in motion, and the pass caught by Hakeem and works his way into Carolina territory where he loses the ball. And we'll wait for the official signal. Recovered by Carolina. So the Rams have turned it over 4 times here in the first half, and they keep almost begging the Panthers for an opportunity to take the lead, and the Panthers just give it back. But Carolina will have it shy of midfield with 47 seconds to go in the half.
Well, this is just about taking care of the football. And Hakeem just got a little bit sloppy and not tucking that ball underneath before Eric Davis came in again and got himself a forced fumble. See, the ball's not tucked away till late. Not even late. He was right in the process of doing it.
So the Panthers get it back, and Hakeem struggling in this first half with a fumble and a muff. So the Panthers with a 1st and 10 on their 47. They have 2 timeouts left. And Burline again running for his life. Agnew chasing him, and the pass is caught by Muhsin Muhammad, and he'll get the first down at the 43-yard line. But the clock is a factor, and Burline and the Panthers call a timeout. So 3-0 to score. The Panthers with one last chance. Back here at Ericsson Stadium, and here's the situation. Steve Burline, who has been under siege all day, leading the Panthers, trying to get at least even and maybe ahead. They have 1 timeout left, and Richard Williamson, who took over for Bill Musgrave as the play caller for the Panthers,
did a nice job. He saw our graphic about him getting knocked down all day, so he moved him. He got him outside the pocket. That's smart football.
2nd down and 1 at the 44. And the pass nearly intercepted, and this time Dre Bly might have had a shot to pick one off intended for Isaac Bird.
And now Steve Burline's been quarterback in this league for a long time. But I want you to watch. Now you tell me if this looks like a center or not. Sometimes, you know, and then you look again. He's saying, hey, wrong rear end, get to the other side. Look at this. You go, oh, holy smokes. Oh, there it is. Under the familiar confines of Garcia's rear.
He just hasn't been around long enough, as Steve Burline, who's been with a million teams, it seems.
Just goes to show you can get anybody at any time.
3rd down and 1. Well, he's in the right place now. 3rd and 1, and the pass is caught to the 30 by Muhsin Muhammad. A terrific physical receiver, and a first down at the 30, and time is running. Lining up without the huddle. 15 seconds and going, and they spike the ball to stop it with 14 seconds and within field goal range for Joe Nedney, whose longest kick for the Panthers this year has been 52 yards.
Now, Dick, we said a terrific physical receiver in Muhsin Muhammad, and we're right. But you know what? I think with Muhsin Muhammad, we can say a terrific receiver, period, because he is really good. You know, I think personally, I think that speed, the big speed, I think that's overblown in our league. I think you got a guy who's smart, a guy who knows how to sit down in holes, who runs good routes, and has confidence with his quarterback. That goes a long way.
2nd down and 10. Burline looking one way then the other, now just trying to throw the ball away, which he wisely does instead of taking the sack.
Well, he was looking for Muhammad again, and Muhammad actually, he had him. Muhammad came open on an in route. You're going to watch down and now cut back inside. See, they used the inside guy, Isaac Bird, to clear it, and then he was on the trail backside. It was open, but Steve Burline, he didn't like it, and so he pulled it down and went to the other side.
And he threw it away. So now we're down to 8 seconds remaining. And the Panthers not attempting the field goal now. They still have a timeout left. And whatever they're going to do now better be in a hurry if they want to take a chance for 3.
This is cutting it close. Ball's going to have to come out quick.
3 wide receivers to the right, and Berline stepping up. And Berline's pass is intercepted. And it's dropped. Look, on an incomplete pass. Wide open was Devin Bush, and time has run out. So the Panthers don't get a chance to try the field goal.
That was bad.
Devin Bush had it, and it didn't matter whether he intercepted it or not. The Panthers.
I don't understand some things. See, even if you're going to take a shot, here you have to take a shot into the end zone. It has to be in the end zone because anything else is the end of the game, or you have to get rid of it quick and call a quick timeout because you had 8 seconds. They botched it.
Panthers squandering several opportunities. That's the end of the first half with the Rams leading 3-0. And Fox NFL Sunday will continue after these messages and a word from your local Fox station.
Fox Tuesday. It's music's biggest night, the 2000 Billboard Music Awards, live from the MGM Grand in Las Vegas. Celebrate this year's #1 recording artists, including Santana featuring Rob Thomas, Faith Hill, Cisco, Britney Spears, Creed, Destiny's Child, Ricky Martin, Aaliyah, NSYNC, and more. Check out the stars who top the Billboard charts all year long. The 2000 Billboard Music Awards, live Tuesday at 8/7 Central on Fox.
Don't miss your shot to see the Tar Heels and a chance to win a 2001 Chrysler Sebring Coupe. Just visit your local Hardee's, pick up an entry form, and you can win a new car December 30th during the Tournament of Champions. Plus, take advantage of the buy one, get one free ticket special available only at Hardee's.
It's a bear. It's after a Smirnoff Ice. No. Bad bear. Oh. Don't move. What are you doing? Hold still. Okay, hold still. Don't move, buddy. Look, honey. Oh, good, yeah. Look at that. Honey. Okay. What are you doing?
New Smirnoff Ice. Drink it responsibly.
Didn't you have a friend?
Yes.
Smooth move.
Wasn't that easy? Magical gifts in one easy click. Turn on the fun. Best Buy.
I think they're done.
Great, put them on the side. Kids, which one of you wants this one?
Come to Lowe's for great prices on hundreds of name brand appliances they won't want to turn off. Like Braun, Cuisinart, and even KitchenAid. All at the guaranteed lowest prices. Lowe's. Great gifts, great prices.
Hardee's, America's best tasting biscuits. Now get 2 Hardee's made from scratch steak biscuits for just $2. 2 for $2 for a limited time.
Made fresh from scratch, just like Mama did.
Catch The Simpsons weeknights at 11 on Fox 18.
The Visa Halftime Report is brought to you by Visa. It's everywhere NFL fans want to be.
And we welcome those of you watching St. Louis and Carolina. St. Louis, 4 turnovers in this contest already, 11 in the last 3 games. That's hurting them as they trail by a field goal.
All right, Kurt Warner, welcome back. Broken pinky. Oh, here, look, ready to go. Steve Berline says, let me get going. Right off the bat, looks for Casey Crawford. Does not see London Fletcher. 3rd interception in the last 2 games for Fletcher. Warner back, looking for Ricky Poole. Bounces off his hand. Jimmy Hitchcock says, thank you very much. Now, 1st and goal from the 2-yard line. Say it ain't so. Don't throw it late. Muslim Muhammad on the receiving end. Can't find it. Todd Lock picks it up. Interception. 2 in the first half by Berline. Rams up by 3 at the half.
All right, Mike Anderson, 124 yards, rushing, and 2 touches as the Broncos on top of the Saints, 27-10.
Referee's checking out Stephen Davis' soft cast on his right forearm. Make sure there's no metal in there. But come on, metal. Look at this. The kicking woes for the Redskins continue. This missed 39-yard about Eddie Murray going to drive North Turner crazy. Kerry Collins back under a lot of pressure. Looks for Jaravicious. He catches it. Darrell Green was knocked down at the line of scrimmage by Jaravicious. Runs it down, punches the ball loose. Armani Tuba can't find it. Sean Barber says, thank you very much. We have no scores then. 2 field goals, Giants up 6-0 over the Redskins.
Stephen Davis, 7 carries for 14 yards.
All right. Yep, I'm ready. Warren Sapp says I'm ready. Rough start for the Cowboys, though. They're not ready. Jason Tucker said, I'm not ready. Here, take it, Dexter Jackson. He recovers the fumble for Tampa Bay. 28-yard field goal, 3-0. Then, Ward Dunn's longest touchdown run of the season, longest run of the season. This 70-yarder touchdown bust. Oh, by the way, also 102 yards rushing in the first quarter by Ward Dunn. Aikman back, looking in the flat, looks for Chris Warren. You got to hang on to it. Don't take your eyes off of it. When you do, Brian Kelly says, thank you for a cheap interception. That goes against Aikman. Not fair. Bucks up 20-0.
Bucks looking for their first ever win against Dallas.
Corey Dillon, looking good. No, not looking good. Yeah, you are looking good. Look at this right here, Chris. Look.
Go with it.
Talk to me,
Take
Chris.
it to the house.
Do some more.
Go on, Corey Dillon.
Oh, doggone it. 57-yard run. Down, play action at the eye. Whew. I'll tell you who's looking good right now.
Scott Mitchell, MVP.
Scott Mitchell, MVP.
You just couldn't say it, huh?
That's Tony Green. 14-0, and the Bengals are off and running.
Eddie George, 56 yards rushing. 6-6 ball game in Philadelphia with the Eagles. Lamar Smith returns and has 76 yards from scrimmage and a touchdown in the first half. Dolphins 24-0 spanking of the Bills. Without 5 defensive starters, the Bills, of course. Cordell Stewart sprained right knee and will not return. For Raiders all over the Steelers right now. And the Seahawks with John Kentner looking good in the first half. 24-3 over the Falcons. The much maligned St. Louis defense looking impressive.
The St. Louis defense on pace to give up the third most points in NFL history. And now they come in against a good Carolina offense, and they pitch a shutout in the first half. And Kurt Warner on the other side, we've said, all right, St. Louis's offense going to wake up here. They get 3 points. This is the craziest league this year that I've ever seen.
Well, you expect a big point output in this game with Carolina and St. Louis being 2 of the more prolific offenses. And you have to wonder on the Carolina side, how much of a pounding has Steve Berline taken this year? His numbers as the season has gone on have become increasingly worse. And Kurt Warner, a lot of drop balls, a lot of turnovers. Eric Davis playing outstanding in this game, looking like the all-pro he was a few years ago. The one thing about Carolina's defense, they're tough to score on. Give up a lot of yards, but they're tough in the red zone.
It's cold.
Yeah.
Very cold there. I think Warren
good.
Sapp would say that Terry Bradshaw did a nice imitation of him. St. Louis, Carolina, second half coming up.
You like that?
Visa is proud to celebrate the fans this season. Visa, it's everywhere NFL fans want to be. It's a showdown for home field advantage in the NFC. Kurt Warner has the Super Bowl champs back on track.
He's got a touchdown!
The explosive bikes are out to derail the train. Moss and the Vikings. Warner and the Rams. It's time to make a statement. It's a Fox NFL Sunday doubleheader next week, noon Eastern, 9 Pacific.
See why no current live sitcom compares to King of the Hill.
Yep.
All new 7:30, 6:30 Central tonight on Fox.
Homer enters the computer age.
Check out my new computer.
You shouldn't drag that around.
That's right, top of the line.
But what will he do during those long internet downloads?
Up and sitting on the toilet all the live long day.
The Simpsons, all new at 8, 7 Central tonight on Fox.
Imagine me and you, I do. I think about you day and night. It's only right. The only one for me is you, and you for me. So happy together. I will not do it. To the greatest fans, thanks to all the fans out there. Thanks for being there when we needed you most. Thanks for coming out, and we'll keep showing up for you. Thanks for your support. Love you. Mwah.
Halftime with St. Louis leading Carolina 3-0. It has been a first half with defenses dominating and turnovers galore. 6 turnovers in all, 4 committed by the Rams. And rough outing for Steve Berline as a 3-0 game. We'll be back with the second half in just a moment.
You're watching watching the NFL on Fox.
Our older years are supposed to be our golden years.
But we're all at risk of having these years turn into times of pain, depression, and isolation.
And the biggest risk factor of all may be the misperception that it can't happen to you.
Osteoporosis can steal our health, our height, and our self-esteem.
And so we'll expose this silent thief and tell you how you can protect yourself and your loved ones.
Remember, we're all at risk. So join us tonight at 6 p.m. here on Fox 18.
The all-new 200 horsepower Chrysler Sebring sedan. Proof that it's not the destination. It's the drive.
One more time.
The affordable Jeep Cherokee Sport. How will you send in your low monthly payment? Now, lessees with preferred credit can lease a two-wheel drive for $0 down, $289 a month, and only the first month's payment due at signing. Check one out at your Jeep dealer.
Individually, they are standouts in their respect.
This is a national sales alert from Dodge. Effective immediately for 5 full years. Get 0 APR on 2000 Dodge Intrepid, 0.9 APR on 2000 Dodge Dakota and Durango, and 4.9 APR on select all-new 2001 Dodge Caravans. See your Dodge dealer immediately, as 60-month financing can save you over $5,600.
See the friendly Dodge dealer near you.
It's Michael J. every day. Spin City.
Tomorrow at 7 on Fox 18.
Get in the little bitty cracks. There you go. You got it good.
This is Muhsin Muhammad of the Carolina Panthers.
I'm gonna love you for
He
this.
is the single greatest athlete ever to play the game of football. Although this may not be true, Muhsin asked me to say that.
All right.
Muhsin donates his time to the United Way through a neighborhood program in his community, which makes him great, just not the greatest.
We got to get this all covered before we go home.